years have progressed, Linux has seen a remarkable improvements in its features. From being a simplistic CLI-based OS, it now has evolved into a full-fledged desktop with all the cutting-edge features. Now, thanks to the KDE, the team behind the Plasma desktop transforms a basic Linux OS into a powerful desktop computer. Now, this allows an end user to interact with the UI, browse the internet, play games, watch movies, and do more. This is KDE Neon, the most precious, underrated Linux distribution, which comes with Plasma Desktop and is built upon the rock-solid base Ubuntu LTS. Hey, what's up guys, my name is KSKRIO. This is a full review of KDE Neon. Now in this video, I'm going to talk everything about this impeccable Linux distribution. Also at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to install it on your computer. So watch this video until to an end without missing any parts. So let's get started. KDE Neon is made by the KDE team, which brings the latest and greatest of KDE community software packaged on a rock-solid base. Now, this distribution is built on the top of Ubuntu's long-term release as its core and packaged with the hottest software fresh from the KDE community ovens. KDE Neon uses a Plasma desktop, which is a smart, effective, and a beautiful environment from the very first you start using it. So if you're in love with Qt framework, then using KDE Neon with Plasma and KDE applications will be continuously updated. Now this way you don't need to wait for a long time to receive the updates. If you're a Windows user and trying out the KDE Neon for the first time, then Plasma Launcher reminds you of the good old Windows 10 Start menu. It lets you quickly and easily launch applications. Now pressing Alt plus F2 on your keyboard brings up the KRunner. The powerful Spotlight search bar is built into the Plasma desktop, which helps to quickly search for an application. You can also do the things like opening folders, calculations, and currency conversions, or even controlling your music player application. Now just like Windows 11, to the bottom right, you would find a system controls to connect to your Wi-Fi network, change the system volume, switch to the next song or pause a video, access an external devices, and do more. Now one of my favorite parts of Plasma Desktop is the notifications. The bottom right section houses space for a notification sheet. Now this shows the currently active tasks and recent actions. For example, when you are downloading a file from the browser, you can see the ongoing download progress of the file. You can also read new emails, quickly reply to messages, check for the system updates, enable Do Not Disturb mode to concentrate on your work. The Plasma desktop is very flexible and can be configured how the way you like it. Now using the system setting, you can easily manage hardware, software, and workspaces all in one place. With Plasma, the user is considered as a king. Let's say you are not happy with the color scheme, then change the one you like it. If not satisfied with the default ones, you can download more. Now this way you can add the desktop effects to the system like a blur, fancy animations, transitions, and more. Now, one of the things which I love the most about Plasma Desktop is the hot corners. Now, all you need is the mouse to perform some powerful actions to make our workflow super fast. For example, hovering on the top right takes you to the workspace's overview. Now, pointing the mouse cursor to the top left shows the list of running applications on the current workspace. You can customize these hot corners very easily. Now, workspaces in Plasma Desktop refer to the grouping of windows on your desktop. You can create a multiple workspaces which act like a virtual desktops. It will display currently used workspaces plus an empty workspace. To jump into the workspaces overview in Plasma Desktop, you can use the hot corners or hold Ctrl, then press F8. Now this shows all the workspaces on the desktop. Now from here, you can glance through the applications running in the background. To create a brand new workspace, you can tap on the plus button at the bottom right corner. Discover is an app store from KDE that lets you manage the applications installed on your computer. Updating, removing, or installing an application is only one click away. You can download any application you need from here. Discover supports Flatpak and Snaps. This way you don't need any browser or terminal to install any GUI-based application. It automates everything for you. Now just search for the application you need and the Discover looks into the FlatHub repository or Snapcraft and shows the result over here. Now tap on the install button. Congratulations, you have installed an application in your Linux system. Since KDE Neon is based on Ubuntu, which uses a Debian package manager and apt to install any package or update the system. But when you try to update the system with a good old apt way, you might see a warning to use a pecan instead. Well, there is a reason behind that. Now, this is a KDE made distribution, which is fully packed with all KDE software and packages. Now, that's why Pecan is the recommended way to update the full system. Now, apt won't do the justice. It won't update the core KDE distributed packages, and that's why they are relying on Pecan to make sure everything runs perfectly. So in layman's terms, Pecan is another package manager just like apt or pacman to manage all the KDE software and other packages. Now, NVIDIA is one of the worst vendors when it comes to dealing with Linux OS. Now, if you head over to the Stack Overflow, you may find a lot of users are posting their logs in regards to NVIDIA hardware issues. Installing NVIDIA drivers on a Linux operating system is a pain for an end user. It needs a lot of effort to make your graphic card work the way it should. Now, thanks to the KDE Neon, you don't need to worry about anything. This distro uses a Ubuntu drivers package which helps to install NVIDIA driver with a single command. Now simply type Ubuntu drivers devices, then it's going to list all the supported drivers for your graphic card. You can always use the recommended option. Now just go ahead and note down the driver you need and use apt and the name of the driver. If you don't know which driver is the best for your graphic card, then run Ubuntu drivers auto install, which will find the suitable driver for your graphic card and installs automatically. And when it comes to performance, I always admire the KDE Neon, which is designed to be simple, meaningful, and uses a fewer system resources. Now, thanks to a buttery smooth user experience, I did not face any issues when it comes to framing drops, stutters, or lag throughout my usage. Now, keep in mind, when you have the NVIDIA drivers installed on your system, KDE Neon will run like a charm. Now, thanks to the KDE team for the better optimizations, which indeed promises to deliver a fantastic user experience. Now, overall, I would say KDE Neon has convinced me to use it for a couple of months on my primary desktop. So if you truly admire the KDE software and want to be the first to experience all the new features, then KDE Neon is the one you should install. Now, it will be supported for the next few years with all security and software updates, which makes your Linux system stay safe, healthy, and secure. It's time to show you guys installing KDE Neon on your computer. Just go ahead, grab the latest version of KDE Neon from the link in the description. The first link takes you to this page. Now from here, you can download KDE Neon. Now if you're looking for an LTS version of KDE Neon, then choose the user edition. Also, if you're interested in testing the latest features of KDE Neon before it gets released to the public, then choose a developer edition. Now once it's done, burn the ISO to the USB drive using a Rufus. Now in my case, I'm installing it on a UEFI based machine. Then restart the computer and choose the installation media from the boot menu to boot the OS. Now once it's done, you can see the live session of the KDE Neon. Here choose the install option. Now select the system language and then click on next. Now choose the region, time zone, and keyboard layout. Now select your drive. Now in my case, I'm going to select the brand new SSD to install the OS. Then create a user account and start installing the OS. The installation will take some time depending on the writing speeds of your drives. And once it's done, reboot the computer and eject the thumb drive. That's it. Now your system boots into KDE Neon. And that's pretty much it. So if in case you like this video, hit the thumbs up button down there and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and consider hitting the bell icon to receive the post notifications of my latest tech videos. Thanks for watching this video. This has been KSK Royal signing off.